Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do really appreciate it. So, thank you for that. As you see from the Broken Heart Club, where uh, the theater of politics. But even if it's theater, we know it's theater. It has a point. And I want you to carefully listen to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm not going to actually play the audio due to copyright restrictions. Freaking YouTube. But I will show the closed caption, so you have to read it. It's about 11 minutes long. So, last thing I need is another week-long strike or 2-week-long strike for playing a video that's already on YouTube. It's stupid, but is what it is. So we work around it. You saw the Black Friday logo. Those deals are good until the 30th. We have a class tonight. If you didn't know, we have trust accounting class. You read that right. For $150, you get two $49 ebooks, Run Your Trust Like a Pro, Trust Accounting. You'll get all the Excel spreadsheets that you'll need to run that trust ledger, and you definitely need one. So you get that class tonight at 7 Central, but I didn't even know it until today and threw in another bonus. So for everybody who has already enrolled in that class, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So does Anne. So does the community, because now you're getting educated, you're learning, you're getting that next step of really what to do with your trust and how to put value on the trust, where you can utilize that value of the trust. Okay, so pay attention to what's going on there. You guys, I emailed everything, even though I said I was going to send it to you in Telegram, because I was short a few people joining the Telegram. So I didn't want to have to catch up later. So I went back through everybody and just sent you guys a direct email. Has the two ebooks, the Excel spreadsheet, your bonus gift from Anne. So when y'all come on, do the Q&A tonight, y'all be sure and thank Anne for that. That was extremely generous of her, because basically now the class is almost free. Is what it is, man. It is what it is. So we have other deals going on. You know, if you've never been on my show, you've never seen my show, you don't know anything about it, you know, we publish the specialty trust books and we publish the on trust books. Now I have an inventory of these and a few of these that I'm downsizing. So I'd like to move this material so I don't have to continuously baby it so it doesn't get damaged. So by the time you get it, you know, it looks like a little league team used it for batting practice. Right. So anyway, got those for you guys. So running deals on these. If you want one of these actual soft cover, and you don't see a deal you like, or you want a deal that's not offered, give me a buzz. My phone number's on the website. It's in the store. I'm easy to get a hold of. 9 to 9 Central Time. So there we go. I think I got all that business out of the way, right? Yeah. Black Friday till, and that's classes, books, about everything in the store. We're wheeling and dealing. And guess what else we're doing? Okay. We're bartering. So if you have something that you feel like Ann and I could use or need or want, jam me up. And because I've got a few students in there that we bartered. because that is the future, folks. Because once they go to a one world currency or digital currency here in the United States, they're going to know everything you do, what you can buy, when you can buy it, and what you can buy. So you wanted to go to that satanic ritual of a concert? It just doesn't meet your Christian values. You can't go. Or you want to go to the Christian concert? Well, it just doesn't meet your satanic values and you can't go. So bartering. Get some skills so you can barter. Get you some assets so you can barter. I'm telling you, folks. I'll also give you another tip that you should be on the lookout for, and these are easy to find. Estate sales, auctions, historical books. Okay. The book market crashed when we got here in the 2000s, and people didn't even want books anymore because everything was digital. Well, guess what? When everything digital takes over, what do we know about history? They change it. To the spoils go the victors. All right. So I guess that's enough of that. But anyway, if you want to participate in class, you're good all the way up till 7 o'clock. And even if you want to, well, if you're not available, take the class tonight. It is recorded. We do 2 parts. We do Ann's presentation. We take a 10-minute break to go do whatever you need to do. And then we come back and we do a Q&A with all the students until everybody's asked questions. We've had all answers from Ann or myself to satisfaction. And then we close it up. I'll take that video, edit it into 2 parts, and upload it to the private Telegram room where you can watch it thereafter at your leisure. Absolutely. So if you want to participate in the Q&A, you have to be there tonight. If not, you can always pay for the class, and get the bonus plus the 2 ebooks plus the Excel spreadsheet. What a deal, huh? I mean, we're like trying to get people stepped up. Oh, I've got a couple other classes. I don't even have them pulled up here. They're on the website. So let me go grab them real quick and show them to you while we're on the subject of all that. That way I can get that out of the way, and then we can dive into what I want to dive into. Why isn't I sharing? Oh, no, there we go. All right. I don't want to be in there. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah, this is just the home page right here. Black Friday, of course. Here's the class tonight. All you gotta do is just click on this link. It'll take you right to it. If you get overwhelmed in my channel, hey, call me. Black Friday, this is Ann's one of her deals. You buy any 2 of these books, get the 3rd one free. Of course, Taylor Made Trust, Ann's classes, blah, 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 blah. Let me get over to the store because these are 2 new classes that I added that I will be, I'll be doing these. Final Will and Testament class, Healthcare Directive class. So basically, step-by-step build of your fraud-proof will and your fraud-proof directive, respectively. So let's over here to the will and testament. $49 includes a custom will you create with your multiple anti-fraud protections. Altered and tampered wills are the foremost #1 issue used by family to steal the estate assets. Protect the estate with a fraud-proof will and leave probate court jurisdiction. Okay. Just because it's fraud-proof doesn't mean you're going to leave probate court jurisdiction. But if you do have a will, there's no reason for you to even go to probate. If it's, listen, if you just do a will on a regular inkjet printer and the just standard format for a Word document, it's going to come Times New Roman, 11 font. It's going to be in black, right? I can counterfeit that in, I don't know, 5 seconds. So here's the directive. $49 includes a custom 15-page advanced healthcare directive you create with multiple anti-fraud protections. Take control of your healthcare before you can't. Protect yourself from fraud and negligence with a fraud-proof health directive. If you don't understand what a healthcare directive is somehow you become disabled, whether you get in a car wreck, you fall down the stairs, get run over by the reindeer. Oh, did I say that? Damn it. I wasn't going to do Christmas this early, but there I am, slipping the tongue. So, something tragic happens. You might have early stage dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. I can just go down the list. You know what they're doing to us, so expect it. We're not detoxing. But anyway, this directive, it's very explicit. It's multi-part, and it covers your ass. Okay? If you have a trust set up, you got a trustee, your beneficiary, whatever, how you have this thing set up, boom. This is part of it right here. Now, the will and testament, again, folks, I've done a lot of consultations with people when it comes to valuable assets in a deceased's estate. Generally, not always, generally, it's a family member who goes in and raids the assets before the will's even found or before anybody's even contacted. And it happens a lot. Or if it's a major estate where, we can't go in and steal the South Ranch or the North Ranch or Shirley's Farm, whatever that looks like. But we have to do something to get it. And generally what that is they somehow, whoop, here's another will. And it's dated after that will. And dang, there's only one heir, and it's me. Huh, what a coincidence. Right? Can't tell you how many times I've been told that. I've assisted with litigation and all of that. So these are just 2 more steps that you need, and I will do these classes. You're going to get all my experience being locked up with some of the worst thieves in the world, because obviously they got caught. But dang, did they sure teach me a little thing called technique. And I read a lot of books while I was there, and some of those were, guess what? Yeah, on this subject. So I use multiple, probably at least 6, if not up to a dozen different types of techniques to protect a document. If you've never seen, and I don't mean to keep harping on the class or classes, but if you've ever seen an archival presentation with a eyelet, a grommet, 100% purple silk ribbon, and an embossed gold foil seal, putting this thing together where you can't take it apart. I'll do those too for all the students. So we can just print your stuff up, and then when you get it, you go get it signed and all that. And I'll put my own documentation on the back of it, certifying that I did that. That's a fraud-proof will, folks. Impenetrable. That's how that works. So I have all the stuff. I can show you my archival inks that I use. I'll tell you what pen to go get so you can use an archival ink, which is fraud-proof, smudge-proof, waterproof, fade-proof, all that good stuff. So All right. Let me get over here. And dive into this. Yeah. And again, can't play the audio for you guys for copyright infringement reasons. But pay attention to the words. Please read, everybody. I guess I can read it. I'll try that and see how that works, if I can keep up with it. There we go. Marjorie Taylor Greene has decided to retire and resign. Yeah, see, I can't even keep up with that. But I can read what Trump said on Truth Social. Marjorie Traitor, in quotations, Brown, because of plummeting poll numbers and not wanting to face a primary challenger with a strong Trump endorsement where she would have no chance of winning, has decided to call it quits. Her relationship with the worst Republican congressman in decades, Tom Massey of Kentucky, also known as Rand Paul Jr., because he votes against the Republican Party and really good legislation, did not help her. For some reason, primarily that I refused to return her never ending barrage of phone calls, Marjorie went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate. Whoops. Let me let me back that ass up. There we go. Went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate Marjorie and thank her for her service to our country. President DJT. All right, that's what he said. So oh man. Thanks, StreamYard. Hang on. I'll be right back. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know why StreamYard does that, but it does it. It's quirky like that. Um, all right. If you haven't noticed, obviously, Trump is an egomaniac, a narcissist, and he refuses to allow his image to be cast in a negative light, whatever that looks like, whether it's him losing. Okay. He's always got to be the winner. He's always got to be the best, or his decisions are just, the people he picks. So it's perception for him. And he does that with everything. Even when he loses, he says he doesn't. Um, that's a whole nother topic. But I want you to pay attention to what Marjorie Taylor Greene has to say, especially at the very end. Because, listen, folks, I've been trying to tell you over and over and over. And look, whether you want to listen to me, that's fine. One day somebody's going to come back and they're going to look at my videos and they're going to go, oh my God, we should listen to that guy. Man, he was nailing it way back when, but it could be too late by then. Because Trump sold everybody out. Right? He sold the country out. He's a lame duck president. He has zero power, zero authority. That's it. I don't know what kind of deals they're doing, but he's not doing it for him anymore. He's done. He's set. He's he's fixing to ride off into the sunset as two-time president. You know what kind of royal treatment they get. Clinton, Obama, Bush, right? Yeah, untouchables. So he's doing it for his family, for his grandkids, for his legacy. So I can name more buildings after him. So his name will be on even more buildings, like our George Bush Airport, JFK Boulevard, and our LBJ Highway, which is 290. Yeah, most people don't know that. Lyndon Baines Johnson. So they like naming things after former presidents. So there you go. All right. A lot of ego, a lot of narcissism. That's how that works. So it's when you see Trump's quarterback, Marjorie Taylor Greene, was the head cheerleader. Okay. No matter what, she's going to stick by her man. She's a Southern girl, so she's loyal to her men. But guess what? She got backhanded by Trump so bad that she's like, man, I don't want any more part of this. I'm done. So what you're seeing is a fracturing of the MAGA movement. Now, I don't think you're going to find any other politicians with the balls to resign like that. I don't know how far they want to go, but this could be a linchpin for a third party. I mean, there's, I hear people go, oh, well, she's doing insider trading. I mean, wouldn't you? Don't sit here and tell me you wouldn't. Because I guarantee you, if you had an inside tip to go buy some crypto to bang your buck and you knew it was insider info, you'd still go do it because you knew you didn't have enough money to make an impact to catch anybody's attention to get caught. Let me go here to the comments real quick because they popped up. Oh, I got some. Let me run the banner. I did another banner the other day. It's not complete, but it's another banner. Oh, yeah, that was Iran from Super Space Program. I'll leave that up there. That was an excellent interview. I hope y'all got a chance to go watch that. Oh, no, that's not right. Oh, yeah, I got the banner on the comments. That's what it's doing. So you believe MAGA is not crumbling, Aussie Mom 56, and I have to tell you, it's not. There's no Make America Great Again. This is the big sellout to the corporations. This is what's called vulture capitalism. And that's where someone comes in, usually the U.S. government via the CIA with what's termed as a economic hitman. And they make a deal with the country because the country's in some type of financial distress or political distress, or they just need a regime change like Venezuela. Did I say that out loud? And I hope the FBI don't come knock on my door for saying that. Right? Allegedly. It's a theory. But this is a sellout. Just like I said, if you weren't paying attention to the first 30 days before Trump was sworn in, and the next 30 days within Trump's orbit, whether he was in D.C., Mar-a-Lago, 9 of the 10 wealthiest people in the world were talking to Trump. I don't know how many of those other hundreds of billionaires spoke to Trump, but I know Tillman Fertitta is like, probably 150 people down. I don't know for sure, but he got appointed an ambassadorship. I saw him around Trump. So that's what this is. He's wheeling and dealing, but he's not wheeling and dealing for us. I wonder what kind of employees they're using over there in the Stargate AI project, because it's so massive. It's 3 shifts. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until it's complete. All built by AI. And you guys, I'm going to sit here and tell me we haven't been sold out. This is a race, folks. Okay? Marjorie Taylor Greene saw the writing on the wall until she couldn't. So let's go see what Marjorie Taylor Greene had to say. Now that we've seen right here what Trump has to say, called her a traitor, besmirched her, libeled her, slandered her. Why? Because she quit. She quit because why? Because the quarterback was a what? A flip-flopper. I mean, he's squirming like a toad. Is he not, with the whole Epstein issue? What happened to Doge? What happened to all that Doge money they were saving? What happened to that, folks? Remember that? All those good times, good feelings, good news? Oh, they went to the Pentagon. Okay. Yeah, they went to the Pentagon. And when they went to the Pentagon, you know what happened? Pete Hegseth said, and don't come back. And they went, huh? Look out, Prez. Did you hear what he... Okay. We won't come back, sir. That's what happened. And remember, there's a $21 trillion black hole between the Housing and Urban Development Department and the Pentagon. That's 2/3 of our national debt, at least was at the time, before Trump decided to go on this spending spree, which I predicted while he was running that by the time he left office in 2028, that we would have a deficit of $7 trillion more in debt added to the $35 trillion. So we're on a trajectory for $42 trillion in debt in my eyes. So what's going to happen when that debt hits 40 trillion? Is that going to be the demarcation line to trigger BRICS or one of these other large countries with a little bit of power like China and maybe Russia? Why do you think Trump's going into Venezuela? Because China was fixing to capitalize in Venezuela. I'm sure they already have a little bit, but yeah, that's the big deal there. It's the natural resources. This is, what did I tell you? Just vulture capitalism. Don't ever let a good disaster go to waste. And they're going to go in there, they're going to break up those natural resources, and they're going to sell it off to their cronies. Because I got all the bucks, I got all the leverage. They know everybody in Wall Street, so I can get those favorable loans. Y'all pay attention to what the hell's going on, because a lot is going on. Did I lose my black one? There it is. Whew. There we go. Oh no. God, good. All right, let me get rid of myself. Get back over here and let's run the tape. Remember, no audio, so we have to read this. Did you hear what she just said? Let me refresh this again. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know why StreamYard does that. I'll play a video and then I freeze. Right there at the end, she's talking about being a battered wife. And and talk about the MAGA movement. People understand the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one electoral stopwatch to the machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead reality is that the common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington. Then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest that I always have. Yeah, it's not where I wanted to be. Here we go. And I'm frozen again. Damn it. Freaking StreamYard. All right. Right here. There is no plan to save the world. Okay? There is no plan. There's no plan to be trusted because there's no plan. So, all you Q-tards, man, God bless you guys. Man, I hope the hell this wakes your ass up. Q is a psyop. You've been psychologically operated on, and they penetrated your little brain. Yeah. And you fell for the okey doke. And you've been pounding it for years, going on a decade. Get off the gas, folks. Okay? There's no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. Okay? This woman was around the president. She was around the people that were around the president. There's no 5D, 4D. There's no chess game being played. Listen, this is why she's done. She got lied to. Her own family's probably calling her out. And she had to do something to save face with her own family. This is the end result. This is what it looks like when you get held accountable by your family, your friends, your coworkers, your peers, your spiritual leaders. And you have to come clean in front of God and everybody. So let's continue. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one electoral stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that the common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington. then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. So when, like I said, when we, the frickin' people, decide to get up off our frickin' ass and really actually do something and hold these people accountable and quit playing games behind the scenes and putting on fake titles, fake badges, and playing, I don't know what the hell they're playing, theater. Now, the dumbest politician in the world, of course, had to throw her 2 cents in here. And there she is from the big D, Jasmine Crockett. So let me take off the CC there, and I'm just going to read this for you. This is quoting Jasmine Crockett. I'm going to be honest. Well, there we go. That's a good start. Let's see how we finish. I haven't read this. I didn't see this coming, but the threats that come with being on the opposite side of Trump are real. People need to wake up. Trump only knows how to use people up and then cast them aside when he's done. He did it to his VP. He's done it to those that wanted the Epstein files. He did it to those that believed he cared about their struggles. And now he's doing it to one of his most loyal followers, MTG, who these two almost got into a little in the House. Oh, yeah. Going forward, again, I'm quoting, going forward, no one elected or otherwise should allow any person to coax them into creating a culture of violence. MTG referenced not wanting to be a battered woman. I'll say this, my granny used to say, don't play with fire because you just make it burn. I'm still waiting for Republicans to stand firmly against the president's death wishes on sitting members of the House and Senate. My final word on this is that my office reached out to MTGs to work on some member safety legislation. I'm serious about working collaboratively on this effort if TH and nope, doesn't have any more. Just stops if TH. And I don't know what that means, so let me pause that. Stop sharing. Come back. Am I moving? Hell no. Get There we go. So you heard it straight from Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think it could have been stated any clearer without kicking Trump in the shin. But hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And that's what we're seeing. I'm sure she's going to get some offers, to, hey, come host your own show over here. Which, opportunity and capitalization, because she, 4 years down the road, she may not have the star power, the attraction. It may have diminished over time because of her, I'm sure she wants to go spend time with her family. Watch her kids grow up. She loves her kids. So, I'm sure she misses Georgia. DC's a cesspool. Even though Trump says he cleaned it up. All right, I got some questions over here. I still haven't got to them. class. I sent the link. It's a StreamYard link, so we'll be doing it right here. I've never done one on StreamYard with multiple people, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be 7 tonight. I send everything out. The StreamYard link, 2 ebooks, Excel spreadsheet, bonus gift, link to the Telegram for the accounting class, link to the Telegram for the Ann LaFleur's book club, and to the Fearless Floyd show, if you want to join that. It is a show only, Floyd. It kind of lame. It'll be on StreamYard, not Zoom. But yeah, similar format, same thing. I basically covered everything. I've got some, I think, some more purchases to process. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate you guys. Remember, I got those 2 classes coming up, the last will and testament, final will and testament, and healthcare directive, which is extremely important. Because the last thing you want to do is get thrown in an assisted living facility being disabled, because you're being thrown in there to pass away. And those people are, more likely than not, they don't really care. And if you're in there under Medicare, Medicaid, and if you start losing your cognitive functions like memory, where you don't know who anybody is, you don't know where you're at, you don't know what day it is, you're just ripe for abuse, that protects it all, legally and lawfully. So, if you have a valuable estate and you'd like to protect it for your heirs and beneficiaries, probably should get you one of these. Archival presentations, folks. Anti-fraud proof. There you go. Got a class coming up for those. Class tonight at 7 o'clock. You are more than able to purchase that class all the way up to 7 o'clock, even during class. Class is recorded. It's a 2-part class, presentation, Q&A. But if you can't make it tonight, it will be available for the future. For just join the class. You get all the stuff and the bonus gift, which Ann so graciously provided today. So thank her for that if you get on there. I've got to roll. I've got things to do and places to be. And I want to get them done. Again, thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you learned a little bit of something. I hope you got educated. So if you listen, and I'm telling you from my own knowledge, from asking the right people the right questions with all the people that I know, and I know a lot of people. All right. That's why you're still seeing chemtrails everywhere, right? Okay. What happened to make America healthy again? It was a political slogan, and it worked. Just like MAGA, make America great again. No, it's make America genetically modified organisms again. Yeah, that's what it is. Make America GMO. And guess what? You're the genetically modified organism. 3 weeks ago, I worked this week-long gig at the George R. Brown, the Hilton Americas, and Marriott Marquis. That's how large it was. It was Kidney Week. And one of the gigs I did where I was an audio engineer. I sat down and I talked to one of the, I don't know if she's a vendor, speaker, whatever, but anyway, she's part of the whole Kidney Week deal. And I was asking her about the the presentation and the presenters, and she was trying to explain it to me, and I finally went, "Oh, you're talking about personalized gene editing?" Yeah, her eyes lit up like, "Oh, you know." I'm like, we're not even going to have a discussion from here on out. That was all I needed to know, because, yeah, they're talking about it in these large conferences already. It is coming whether you like it or not. That's the new medicine. Personalized gene editing, where they take your DNA, they create your DNA specific medications, vaccines, stem cells, spare parts, hence Kidney Week. Folks, I just, that's why I kind of like what I do, and it's fun for me to go do some of these gigs, because I do get to sit down and I do get to listen to some of the most brilliant people in the world speak on these specific topics. Oil and gas. I got the president of ExxonMobil in Guyana, who used to be in Dubai, speak. Yeah, I was audio engineer for that gig. I got mic'd them all up on stage. I got to hear all of that. So I get to hear things, that are kind of privy. Not, maybe, I don't know. So when I tell you things, I'm talking to these people and I'm asking the right freaking questions. And they're giving me answers. And the big horizon is that, these big corporations are going to take over. I see a merger between several social media / AI / robotics, to where they will, that's going to be the new world order. The all seeing capital I, AI. They told us all along, folks, pay attention to what the hell is happening. If we're not in the matrix, we're like shimmering right on in. And when it happens, everybody's going, what just happened? Fearless Floyd told you that years ago and you just weren't paying attention. It would not surprise me in the least that if Trump loses the midterms, that he will be, pressured to step down a year or so early and let J.D. Vance advance, so he has that momentum going into the 2028 election cycle. Guess who's going to be, well, it depends. If Mike Johnson can still control the House and be Speaker, if not a Democrat, who would ascend to the vice presidency. A lot on the political horizon. And then we have Trump's health, which has been put into question. You guys pay attention to what they're doing. Pay attention to what these crazy megalomaniacs who really run things like, Alex Karp and Peter Thiel over at Palantir, the Flock machines. Oh, good segue. Perfect segue, actually. Let me reduce that down. And stop. we go. All right. I'm about to reload this again. This was a recent ABC 13 Houston from 2 days ago. So I got 6.5 poles 20 feet in the air with cameras attached to metal boxes are popping up in Sugarland neighborhoods, leaving some wondering what they are. Well, we know what they are. You did read that, right? It said the cameras are not meant to store data and record license plates. Usually, when you were use that type of phraseology, it means it's doing it, but it wasn't supposed to. But it just does. We can't stop it because AI is running it. Man, people are stupid. I can't say that. I can't express that enough. How stupid people are. All right. I got everything. Anyway, just want to show you that this is the sellout. The surveillance state is coming, folks. There's going to be a social credit score. Yeah, there's going to be a digital currency. You're going to learn how to barter. You want to go score that nickel bag, that dime bag. Well, you're not going to be using Cash App. You're not going to be Zelling. Not for the black market. Yeah. Oh, you need another 1,000 rounds of 5.56 or 223 or 9mm. Uh-oh. Can't buy ammo. Well, I'll go buy a bow. No weapons allowed for you. You're a psychopath. Your social credit score is negative 666. Huh? I'm Satan? No, you're Lucifer's friend. Wah. Don't come crying to me when this happens, because it's coming and there's no stopping it. Nobody wants to stop it. Everybody's waiting on what? The Clarity Act for crypto? How long we've had crypto? Oh, about 25 years. Heard somebody say Bitcoin started in 1999 last night on a conference call. It's just now being regulated. What are they going to do with AI when it's a mad dash to become the preeminent AI? Because it's a race against China and every other country, but China is clearly probably the front runner. There's a shit ton of red tape that they just cut right through to get these big data centers built. That's why they're building them 24/7, 365. AI never sleeps. Neither does automation. They have warehouses right now they call dark warehouses where automated robots work tirelessly 24/7, 365. Dark because there's no need for lights or humans. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending your time with me. Hopefully, I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time for the accounting trust class. $150. You get 2 free ebooks that are $49 each. Run your trust like a pro, trust accounting, all the Excel spreadsheets to run your trust. And today, a free bonus gift from Ann. If you want to know what it is, come take the class. If you can't attend, you can watch it later. Thank you, everyone. Y'all have if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Be safe. Safe travels. God bless you.